See, according to Cocteau's plan, I'm the enemy. Because I like to think. I like to read. I'm into freedom of speech and freedom of choice. I'm the kind of guy who likes to sit in a greasy spoon and wonder, gee, should I have the T-bone steak or the jumbo rack of barbecue ribs with the side order of gravy fries? I want high cholesterol. I want to eat bacon and butter and buckets of cheese, okay? I want to smoke a Cuban cigar the size of Cincinnati in the non-smoking section. I want to run through the streets naked with green jello all over my body reading Playboy magazine. Why? Because I suddenly might feel the need to, okay, pal? I've seen the future. You know what it is? It's a 47-year-old virgin sitting around in his beige pajamas drinking a banana broccoli shake singing, I'm an Oscar Mayer weed.
Love that movie. I think I need to do a movie marathon with the kids sometime and do Total Recall, True Lies, Demolition Man,
Minority Report, maybe.
Minority Report's good. It came later though. It was like in the early.
Yeah, 2000s. It's not the same generation, I guess.
Man, I got some new headphones recently for the computer, and damn, that intro thumps.
Yeah.
I never realized it before.
Yeah, I actually put some in when I was making intros regularly. I actually put some work into finding like good music that would be a good beat to go along with whatever the theme of the intro was.
I had a pair of like oh Jesus. I had a pair of like $10 like USB sorry, that's too bad. I'll just stop talking.
It's fine.
Hear that? It's okay. There must be a cat outside. I had a pair of like $10 like USB headphones, and like they sat sort of on your ears, not all the way around them, you know. And the puppy ate the cord from them last week, and I'm like, oh no, now I have to buy new headphones on Black Friday. Yeah, so you know, I got to order some nice fucking headphones for a decent price on Amazon. That's pretty nice. But here's a bitch though. They're like Bluetooth instead of plug-in. Maybe you guys can help me with this. I got Nerd Squad on deck. All right. There's like, I don't know, man, like a 1/10 of a second lag in audio. Like if I fire a gun on a game, the sound isn't immediate. And I've checked a bunch of fucking settings. I've checked a bunch of troubleshooting shit. And I don't know if it's because it's, not plugged in. I don't know. And it's really not, I got used to it. And it's really not bad enough to affect gameplay. But the fact that it's there bothers me.
See, I had that with one pair of Bluetooth headphones. Then like I had to go in there and like update firmware, tweaking settings actually fixed it. So I don't know.
Okay, I checked my firmware. That was good. I had that updated. Went to the website, all that shit. So I don't know. I just decided not to fret about it too much. So I'm not that serious of a gamer.
Half second lag. It's probably, if you were going to die, you're probably going to die anyway.
Yeah, don't hear someone sneaking up on me, right? Oh, shit. So, how you guys doing, man? It's funny, like, I always, like, I think all weekend, like, I don't know, I see some shit or some video or something. I'm like, oh, man, we got to talk about this on the show. And I forget to, like, jot it down. And then the show comes, and I'm like, I got nothing.
Well, plenty happened this weekend, so...
Oh, hang on. Talking about shit since you were talking about the intro. Let's see how this sounds in your headphones.
Oh my god.
Oh, what the fuck is that? It looks like one of those gray aliens they always talk about.
Oh, that was the big reveal, huh?
Well,
that's why it looks that way.
Yeah.
So I was trying to be okay. I'm like, all right, I'm going to be objective here, and I'm going to pretend I'm not seeing what I'm seeing, and I'm just going to listen.
You're just going to be like,
and I'm like,
it's an ugly woman.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, this isn't, I mean, I've heard worse raps, and then she's like, oh, and I'm a tranny. Oh, well, that's why you're ugly. Is that what she said, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They said? Okay.
He like my body. He know I'm a tranny.
They them said.
Yeah, that's what it said. It was probably the correct classification there early on. Speaking of old movies, remember the movie End of Days with Schwarzenegger, where it's like Satan has returned and he's going to bring about the end of the world, and then Schwarzenegger has to like stop him. Well, anyway, there's a scene in that where there's this like really creepy looking dude on a train that's like harassing the main chick in the show. This thing looks like that dude on the train.
Pull it up.
I'm working on it.
Well, even wanting to be like, let's say I want to call them what they want to be called, without knowing what direction they were going there, it's kind of hard to. That could be an either or. That could be a chick trying to be a guy, but still sounds like a chick. Oh, that reminds me of something. I said it to the chat the other day, but I don't know if anybody actually watched it. I'll pull it up. Speaking of that kind of thing. Speaking of yes, ma'ams.
All I know is either way, I'm avoiding it on the sidewalk.
As my parents would have said, I don't want to run into that in a dark alley.
Yeah, for real.
Yep.
All right, let's see. It's not great audio, or it's not great video quality, but it is the video.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Is that Ron Perlman? I've never seen this.
You've never seen this? Arnold Schwarzenegger fights the devil.
No, man. And I'm not saying that it's a bad movie. I just tend to, if there's something like, paranormal is the right word.
It is a bad movie in comparison to his other movies, but it's still entertaining.
Wow, that's a bold statement. He's got, his catalog's usually pretty great.
Just move on, please.
He's coming for you. He's coming for you, Christine.
How do you know my name?
He's gonna fuck you. He's gonna fuck you, Christine. Can you see him? Can you see him?
So does some dude like come choke him out after this?
Oh, watch.
Kill him.
And then all of a sudden, oh God!
Oh, I didn't expect that to happen.
Like doesn't see it, I think. Like, she's hallucinating, whatever.
Everybody else is looking at her like just a normal day on the New York subway.
Yeah, right. She's lucky. She was white. She could get charged for murder.
Yeah.
Well, she's not a man too, so like that's.
He was kind of white too, though. I'm not sure what you call that exactly.
Albino?
That's
like the thing in the original.
That's
Kind of like the
gypsy.
thing in the original video. It was kind of white. I don't like the freckles, but also like the hair wasn't really white hair, but also it was blonde. I don't know what was going on with that. That was a.
What do they call that?
Of the two videos was the more creepy?
Feel like the first one.
Is it vitiligo? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, I was saying it looks like an albino Morgan Freeman.
I thought the vitiligo was patchy, though. I mean, I guess you could have it. I guess it could be like not patchy
but
and full.
He didn't have red eyes, so I guess he technically wouldn't be albino.
And it's hard to figure out.
Man, what a time to be alive! All these weird words.
Yeah, I mean, like everything about this is hard to figure out. Like, what's going on with this?
Fuck! Why?
Got the braces and the glasses and the.
Oh my god! It looks like the Crypt Keeper.
Leopard print overcoat.
Yes,
Yes.
it does look like the Crypt Keeper.
I've got the tail for
The
you.
younger tales.
The side profile is just. Yeah, everything about this is.
I've got a tale for you about dilation.
No, I want the cheesy puns. Is this about dilation? No.
Oh fuck! You're gonna want to cover your eyes for this story, this tale, laddies. Kitties, call them kitties.
Well, speaking of covering your eyes,
Man.
or covering your ass, maybe the new United Health CEO seems to be covering his ass, and it's probably not going to work that well.
He's a cover of 6.
the amount of negative and in many cases vitriolic media and commentary that has produced over the last few days, particularly in the social media environment. And I want to reassure
this is supposed to be an American company, right?
you of a few things. Firstly, we are going to continue to make sure that we put patients, consumers, and members first, as we always have done. The mission of this company is truly to make sure that we help the system improve by helping the experience of individuals get better and better. There was no one who did more to try and advance that mission than Brian Thompson. And there are very few people in the history of the US healthcare industry who had a bigger positive effect on American healthcare than Brian. And we are going to make sure that we not
says the guy who is denying like 90% of claims, by the way.
Acknowledge and honor that.
30 more seconds, and he's got like a good. I think
our role is a critical role, and we make sure that care is safe, appropriate, and is delivered when people need it. And we guard against the pressures that exist for unsafe care or for unnecessary care to be delivered in a way which makes the whole system too complex and ultimately unsustainable.
There it is. We guard against, so like the quote here. We guard against unnecessary care.
Well, since we're talking about Homeboy, didn't they find the killer? And aren't there like chicks like simping for him online?
No, they did not find the killer. They do not have the killer.
But you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. But there are like 4 different pictures of four different like guys that they claim to be the killer, and there's no consistent, because he did wear a mask. Like you could probably find something. I'm sure there's guys who would could do the sort of eye check and make sure, like, find somebody whose records match and all that kind of stuff. But apparently all those autists that I guess the FBI counts on are not helping. They are not assisting. They are defecting from.
I just think it's crazy in New York that there aren't enough video cameras to where they couldn't just follow the guy camera to camera, like, because they do that shit in a lot of places. It's like, they'll follow someone for like 5 miles via private security camera footage and shit.
Oh, I guarantee you there are. We've got like a full 6-minute video of Jonathan Majors running across all of the city trying to escape that psychopath bitch of an ex-girlfriend that he had that he ended up losing his Disney his like Marvel gig because supposedly he beat her when it turned out he was just trying to get the fuck away from her.
I mean, it was probably for the better. Have you seen the product they've been putting out lately?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
but also
would he really want to keep being War Machine now? Like,
he was Kang the Conqueror.
He was Kang.
He was Black Kang.
We was Kang.
Kang. Yo, what up, Kang?
But also
Big Daddy Kang.
Oh, I'm thinking Irons, right? It was Irons that was War Machine, right?
Don Cheadle, and then the crazy dude that invented his own math was the first War Machine.
Yeah,
Terrence Howard. So also, like, on the New York subway stuff, remember that guy that like shot up the subway and like he entered and like that camera conveniently wasn't working from the place he got on? Does that ring a bell to anybody?
Oh,
you got me thinking about cameras. So like I unlock the memory.
Where that guy, like, you talking about where the guy like entered the subway and then he died?
Oh, that violent act on the subway. There's so few of them.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah. And so remember like the follow-up, like the pictures and stuff where you've got all the like the bodies on the ground and the blood everywhere, but there's no blood on the clothes of the victims.
Right.
That was crazy. There's like, you've got all of these like dozen or so bodies that are just laying on the ground with blood everywhere, but not a single one of these supposed like shooting victims has any blood on their clothes. Their clothes are all clean. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, it was really sketch. And then like, you know how fast the news cycle goes. It probably like quickly moved to it was a fair election. But that was more recent though. That was like what, not 2 years ago?
That was probably 2 years ago.
Wow, the human mind is a crazy thing, guys.
Speaking of crazy,
speaking of which,
now.
Oh,
now.
That was very rude of you.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Do you want to go to jail, sir, ma'am? I don't really know what to call you.
You're fucking done, man.
I'm done.
The fucking police, you just insulted me.
Well, listen here, pal. I mean, you are gonna go to jail.
And I could fucking tell the police to get you.
I'm vegan, so don't say that. Listen.
Told me, man, you really get the fuck out of my way right now.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
You do not have a release. I will sue you.
You're gonna sue him? Don't sue him, man, because we're trying to just.
You do not have a release. If you fucking post this, I will destroy you. I will destroy you.
Just keep going on. I got my crew with me now. I got my crew. Yeah! Yeah! What's up?
Who won? Who was next? Fuck out of my face now.
The fucking best fucking black dude. What's up?
Oh, but see, the people like built like that, they have that facade they can hide behind now for protection. But back in the day, we used to just bully those type of dudes.
Oh yeah.
Though when they break character like that, I don't know why it's just the funniest fucking thing.
I don't know why you would don't misgender me and like fuck you, bro, back off.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, it is terrifying. Like if in real life it was some like, you know, especially if like you maybe even halfway thought it was a chick at first and then it comes at you angry like that. That's a terrifying experience. That's a mind fuck. So
well, it's not natural. Your brain's not ready for it.
Sounded like a pissed off Carrot Top. Like that dude had the
Carrot Top's actually jacked though.
Yeah, which frightened me when I found that out too. I was like, oh my god! Not only is he hideous, he could do something about it.
Well, not the hideousness, but you know, me.
Yeah.
You know,
to me, yeah. You know. I saw another ma'am. I don't have the video, but another ma'am kind of incident where this trans person was like carrying somebody out of a Target for filming them. You do not film me, bro.
Here, I've got a good ma'am incident. I cannot confirm or deny whether or not this is a ma'am, but either way, I should definitely let one rip.
That power of the purse is with the legislative branch, not the president.
And I do want to ask, because I work on the January 6th committee.
That power of the purse is with the legislative branch, not the president.
Why is there a FLIR camera on her?
Of your work on
because it's trying to detect like thermal gas and everything.
All right, so this was
like,
the
doesn't the FLIR camera have to be there?
This was the original clip.
That power of the purse is with the legislative branch, not the president.
And I do want to ask you, because of your work on the January.
Let's switch to thermal. Boom.
Yeah.
So am I just like, is it just a joke and I'm just being autistic?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm like, but the FLIR camera would have to be in the room with her. You can't just FLIR a video.
The lighting's just off. None of it makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
It sounds like a fart, and then someone made it look like they could actually detect the fart.
It did sound like a fart.
Yeah.
I heard that, even though it was a 1/10 of a second delayed in my new headphones.
Next over, you're trying to like connect a visual to the audio, like take some. Wait.
It just didn't make sense in my brain, guys. You know, I can't cope with that. Oh man. So we watched a movie this weekend, and I'm gonna say the name of it, but I don't know that you'll know which one it is because there's like 15 movies named Krampus. And have you guys seen any of the Krampus movies?
It's the one with Adam Scott.
That's the one we watched. I didn't know it had Adam Scott and that bald dude and, you know, all those people in it. And we thought it was just going to be something, because like I passed over it for like years thinking, oh man, I'm not ready for that kind of terrible movie. But y'all, it's actually pretty fucking good. it got a little scary. And then maybe I'm about to start my period, but I felt like I was going to cry at the end. It was a little sad.
The man time of the month, I guess.
It happens. I was very tired. We went out and got hammered the other night. I was on like 3 hours of sleep yesterday.
You got to understand, I just had an argument with my mom.
Yep. They were out of my favorite ice cream at the store. It just wasn't a good day.
Oh, it's got Toni Collette in it too. She's good for like horror movies. She's just got that face that looks like she's terrified all the time.
Yeah, she always. I feel like she's like low budget. Allison Janney. Like whenever I see her, I'm like, is that Allison Janney? No, it's not Allison Janney. Yeah, no, it was pretty decent. I think with that bald dude, I can never say his name. He's pretty funny. It's funny. I was thinking about it. I'm like
Heckner.
Yeah. I'm like, I can never think of his name, and like I'm trying to say that guy's in it. And I'm like, he's in everything. You know who I'm talking about? And then I can't think of anything he's in. Like, Thank You for Smoking, and he's a voice, and F is for Family.
Let's go back to Anchorman. It's Champ.
Anchorman. Yeah. That's what Erica said too.
Whammy.
Yeah, like Anchorman.
Oh, my favorite role of his was in Out Cold. It was like a snowboarder movie. They have like a skate lodge, and the lodge gets bought by like this big corporate billionaire, and it's trying to like change everything.
Classic.
You got all the skate dudes, but he's like the crazy conspiracy theorist. He at the end, like in the end credits, he's got a whole rant about the Federal Reserve and Alan Greenspan and everything. It's like so on the nose.
Hell yeah.
What else? Wasn't he like Packard? Was that the guy who played on The Office?
Yes. Yeah, he wasn't like a regular, but he had several episodes on The Office. Yeah. Michael's vulgar buddy from another branch. Yeah.
Todd Packard, I think was his name.
Todd Packard. But yeah, look at this shit though. All the different. I think that's the one we were just talking about. Look at all
The
these
Reckoning.
Unrelated. Yeah. Unrelated Krampus Unleashed. And I don't think that these are related to that one at all. I think they're just other bad. These are probably bad Krampus movies.
The best Krampus story, though, is American Dad when Stan's dad becomes Krampus.
Yeah, Stan's dad's trip.
I've
been going through and watching the Christmas American Dads. The one from the 3rd season is like my fucking favorite, where he's got like the lawyer, Michelle, and they break into, or they trick their way into Jesus's birthday party for Christmas. And I'm trying to find this clip for this show, but I can't find it. But he's like, they just cut into him having a conversation at the party. He's like, what can I say? Can I be mad? Sure. Should I be mad? Probably. But they just knew not. They know now, though.
See, that's good religious humor. Like that. Yeah. That's like tasteful, like funny. Like I can laugh with it. It's not like just like the Reddit atheist, like Jesus isn't real or whatever kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
hey Jesus, we're out of sushi. Check again. Okay, thanks. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's one of my favorite episodes.
I like the one. I don't know if it's related to the Christmas one, but the one where like Stan challenges God, like.
To what? Because this one he ends up holding a heaven gun to God's head.
Yes, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah. That's this one. I can't think of a better metaphor for this. You're literally holding a gun to God's head.
All of that.
And I'm a published poet.
All of the Christmas ones are great. Like I need a way to just stream the Christmas American Dads back to back to back, especially when he like the seasons long war with Santa, where like the Smiths and Santa have their battle going on. Like it's always something, and that's where the Stan's dad becoming Krampus like comes into it. Is turns out Krampus isn't actually the bad guy. Santa's the bad guy the whole time. Those are so great.
Yeah, I think the most recent American Dad on Hulu was a newer Christmas one with Santa. That was pretty good. Oh, and there's the one with the Moonshiner. The Moonshiner, Bob Todd or whatever. Robert Todford, if you like. Yeah, that's a Santa one. Oh, hell yeah.
Robert Todd.
Oh, fuck. All right. Cartoons, trannies. I think we've covered it all today.
We are really hitting the cycle here.
We're cooking today.
All right, let's degrade women.
I guess that's why we're the media now. You know, we're doing this whole podcast and all this kind of stuff. But we're
saying
like
everything we do is under fire. Elon Musk sits on Twitter every day or X today, saying like, "We are the media. You are the media." My message to Elon Musk is bullshit. You're not the media. You having a blue check mark, a Twitter handle, and 300 words of cleverness doesn't make you a reporter. You don't do that by popping off on Twitter. You don't do that by having an opinion. You do it by doing the hard work.
Yeah.
Then why do you guys cover tweets? Why is the whole news cycle
just covering tweets? Right, dude. You're the CEO of Axios. You're not news either. Sorry to break it.
I hate journalists.
Who reads Axios? I really don't know anyone who.
Okay, so I use Axios for my podcast because it highlights the most insane, like, left brain psychosis. That's the only reason I use it, is because it's like, okay, this is what the most far out there Looney Tunes on the left think. Here's an Axios article. That's the only reason I use it. It's that, Vanity Fair, and Salon. Like those are the good ones. Like the Atlantic will occasionally get an opinion piece that's not terrible. Politico and Newsweek are the same. Like they'll every once in a while they'll have something that's like half-ass decent. Though a lot of times what Politico and Newsweek will do is they'll accidentally tell the truth. Like they'll get like everything right.
Like the one of, like, we stole the election, but we meant to, like, it was necessary or whatever. Like,
yeah,
like, the greater good.
They'll accidentally tell the truth, and then they'll spend 2/3 of the article telling the truth, and then the last third of the article will be their opinion on why it's all terrible or something. But like they'll actually report legitimate news on accident from time to time. But yeah. Mother Jones is another one that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got some good ones.
But see, everybody's like, why do you read that stuff? I'm like, it's fucking entertaining. What are you talking about? Like, you cannot get this kind of like creative, unhinged from even like good sci-fi novels and stuff. Like this is where the real entertainment is reading all of these like insane leftoids and their opinion pieces that they think are news, because that's the thing, is they believe that they are the news. Like they believe they are the arbiters of truth and justice and all that's good and holy in the world.
Which is why they become journalists. Like, which is why all the best your best leftists become journalists, because they think, hey, I'm the news. I know. That's why he's saying that, and that's exactly why Axios is saying that, because the best leftists are coming up there and saying, no, we are the news. Like, and it's like that's why, like, you know, Elon's saying like, hey, all of you are the media. Like the everyman is the media now. Like, it just pisses them off, because they're like, no, we're leftists. We're supposed to be controlling the media. That was the whole point of us going into this journalism. I went to journalism school for 4 years for this shit.
It's funny. I posted, y'all probably saw it. I posted on Facebook a few weeks ago, like how many people actually get just some percentage of your news from my feed. And I was expecting the usual like 5 or 6 people to comment and maybe 8 or 10 to like it. It had over 100 between the like reactions, and then people actually like commenting and saying, yeah, I get this and that from you. Like I think it was up pushing around like 125 total interaction. I was like, why the fuck are 125 people getting their news from me? Oh, that's right, because the actual mainstream news doesn't cover anything or tell the truth about anything.
Yeah, that's completely why nobody wants to listen to you. Like you guys want to lie, but and tell all the do all or misdirect everybody. Because I don't think that everything they do is lies. I think a lot of what they do is lies, but a lot of it's just misdirection. Like, hey, look over here. Look at shiny thing. This thing, you're waving it, something for you to get you riled up about this thing, and while we do this thing over here,
Well, and a lot of times I'm not even sure that they're deliberately lying so much as they're telling they're giving their opinion. Yeah, they're giving their truth, but without any context for it. That's always what killed me about the fact checks was it would say fact check false, and then when you go and read the fact check, it's like, well, no, it wasn't. What?
Well, the fact that they believe it is what makes it entertaining, right? Because it's like the Babylon Bee is like funny, but it's like it's parody, so it's like a different type of.
But then you see,
and
it's like we must, what's a crazy, what's a good example? Just like
it's why accounts like the Angela Belcamino, the Bold Lib, and like Claire Foster and all of the dentist accounts. It's why all of those work so well, because they're so unhinged that you're like, yeah, that could totally be legit. And like people fall for it all the time. It's like Dag's theory about Occupy and Democrats and the other 98% that I have full on bought into. Like the more I read stuff from the other 98%, the more I am absolutely 100% positive this is a right-wing troll.
It's
if nothing else,
levels of trolling.
Yeah, but if nothing else, even like I'm even at the point now where I'm like, it might not even be like a troll. It might just be somebody who's gotten really good at making money online, and they know how to generate fucking clicks, and they know how to generate fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Because like the God, right? Who used to. Like you guys remember the God on Facebook or whatever, like been around forever, and it was used to be as far as I knew, like a quirky kind of atheist like page. And now I don't know, he's got a podcast and this and that, but everything is just like makes a post, just some stupid question, But I see all these different pages doing the same thing, posting the same question, and they're just generating, whatever.
Do you guys think this should happen? Well, I mean, it's like for every different group, there's pages like that. It's like
you know what all the answers are, what makes a man instantly unattractive? Wearing a red MAGA hat, or being a Trumper, like 3,500 responses of that. You know what I mean? And it could be robots. I don't know, but but I'm just like, oh my God, like you don't actually do anything. You just ask stupid questions and then don't respond at all in the comments. Just let everybody fucking tire themselves out saying the same shit and arguing with each other.
It's like I saw one that there was some kind of provocative thing of just like talking about like basically all men suck kind of thing, and then all of a sudden she's posting her she posted OnlyFans link, and then all of a sudden she's posting her like Twitter payout or whatever, like because she got ads or whatever for ad revenue or whatever from people clicking on the tweets or whatever, or views, revenue from the views, however they determine that, but there's like creator revenue from like Twitter posting like those results right after basically saying like all men suck, and it's like what did you expect? You're gonna get a lot of engagement from that kind of nonsense.
Engagement, fuck, I think that's the word I was looking for. Jesus,
that's the word they use now. It's like everything is whatever's engaging. Like if it's engaging you, it doesn't matter whether or not it's good engagement, bad engagement. You could be telling them to fuck off or whatever. Like they don't care. Like they just want you to say something back to them, or look at that page.
Say it back.
This model though of just advertising online and influencers, like that shit's gonna like collapse soon, right? I think about it. I see how much of it goes on, and I'm like, this just doesn't seem real. It's like, and it's gotten really bad the last few years. The internet,
it's inauthentic and it's unsustainable. Like because
no
one likes ads. Every single person hates if I click on a website and I have 800 ads like blocking the freaking page and I can't read whatever you wrote there on the page. it's freaking annoying and it's stupid. But yeah, I don't find it sustainable, and it's not really a sustainable model for either. The only one that I'll say is probably sustainable is Facebook, just because the way Facebook does it, they allow like even against the sort of like DEI policies and all this kind of stuff, they allow you to kind of like demographic pick, like I'm into into trading cards and this kind of stuff, video games, and so I get ads for the kind of stuff that I'm into. But a lot of the sites are just bullshit ads.
Yeah, I've done a lot of Facebook ads, and yeah, you can get really specific with what you.
I want everybody to see this, but not the Irish, not the damn dirty Irish.
Yeah.
I remember a couple years ago when I started my backup Facebook account, the one that ended up getting nuked for no apparent reason, but the ads and stuff that I would get were so random and like weird shit. I'm like, oh god, I miss using my other account where I actually got like targeted ads for stuff I like, and like even though I'm probably not going to click it or buy it, at least it's stuff that when I scroll by the ad, I'm not like, what the fuck? Like I'm getting stuff that I'm like, ooh, that looks cool. And like I'm definitely not going to spend that much money.
Yeah, it's more comfortable getting a targeted ad with a Green Bay Packers t-shirt that says it's a Campbell thing on it.
those are the best where it's obviously a product that does not yet exist and they're just taking your information. Like I had like on my like business page or something like that, my title for my farm is director of operations, because I just always thought that sounded cool. So like I'll get like ads for shirts that's like, it's a director of operations thing, you wouldn't understand, stuff like that. I'm like, that's not like a real job. Like this. Okay, stop. I'm like, this is a real job. I made that shit up.
I did order one time, like, because my job, writing code and everything. There was one that was like eat, sleep, code, repeat, kind of thing. And I'm like, hey, like they were probably literally gonna just print that shirt just to send it to me, because probably very few other people buy it. But.
Well, I mean, and single prints and drop shipping is totally a thing. Like there's there's somebody doing that who never even handles the fucking shirt. You click the thing and it goes to some other fucking company who prints it and sends it to you. So I mean, it's I'm cool with it, right? Like I mean, no problem. But it is just funny when it's like, like obviously made it up for me, or the computer did. Thanks. Yeah. They haven't offered me any shirts to talk about being retarded though, so that'd be pretty cool. So I wasn't trying to end the show. It's so early. I'm just trying to think of what related to the show they could try to sell me.
I'm stupid.
Yeah, so I said it. I'm like, oh god, no!
I'm stupid. Daddy, what's a butthole surfer?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I used to have one that said "He loves the cock" and had an arrow pointing to the side.
Dude, I had
I wonder if they're gonna have a
Sniper Patrol t-shirt. Did you guys ever watch the movie Hostel?
No.
Oh, I've seen it before. I don't need to see
it's a deep cut. It's an inside joke maybe for my friends, but I actually bought the t-shirt that the guy was wearing in that movie. And the guy's like, Sniper Patrol, what's a sniper? And he's like, it's Icelandic for clitoris.
Speaking of weird niche things that you do to be cool, you can make your dog look instantly cooler.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, I would already assume most of these dogs are smoking Marlboro.
Oh, silly boys.
Ginger does not care for toys, and Blade loves his. But so because he loves them so much, she has to go take them from him, and then it turns into a big fight and everything. But all of the toys that Stephanie gets him, he just destroys. Like he guts them. He does to the toys the same thing he did to that possum that was outside that one night. Just rips to shreds. Except unicorns. Any unicorn toy, those are his babies. He's currently got 3 unicorns, and he carries them around, and he sleeps with them, and he like puts his big legs around them and like cuddles them. It's thing. Watch this like psycho killer dog that loves his unicorn stuffed animal or stuffed unicorns.
That last clip reminded me of this one.
Billy, you better get ready for. Oh my God. You look so awesome right now. You look so cool with that thing. Hold it up again. You look amazing. You look like the raddest kid ever. Wait a minute. Here, try on my sunglasses. Whoa, that looks awesome. You know how cool you look right now? You look like the devil. Here. Smoke one of my cigarettes. Put one of those in your mouth. Just suck on this like a lollipop. That looks amazing. That is so awesome. Honey, come up here. That is amazing. Wait, I got to get a camera.
Parenting.
I fucking love Trevor Moore.
That's right.
Did you watch a lot of Whitest Kids You Know, Dag?
No, I never watched any back in the day. I've been going back and watching it now though. It's pretty good. Some of them are really fucking funny.
Well,
how we don't have the Hitler rap as an intro. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good one.
HITLER. Some of them riding in my car.
They're going to be calling. They already do, but they're definitely going to be calling Trump Hitler for this.
Mixed immigrant status. So I'm talking about parents who might be here illegally, but the kids are here legally. Your borders are.
You're talking about separation.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are two aspects to this. Your borders are. Tom Homan said they can be deported together.
Correct.
Is that the plan?
Well, that way you keep well, I don't want to be breaking up families. So the only way you don't break up the family is you keep them together, and you have to send them all back.
Even kids who are here legally?
Well, what you're going to do if they want to stay with the father? Look, we have to have rules and regulations. You can always find something out like, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. I'll tell you what's going to be horrible. When we take
some hardcore accordion hands.
Who's with a criminal?
He's slamming it together.
The woman could stay.
DeSantis is the master of the accordion hands.
Being taken out.
Yeah.
Or they want her out, and your cameras are focused on her as she's crying, as she's being taken out of our country, and then the public turns against us. But we have to do our job.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, that's definitely a Nazi right there. Like, obviously, he's wanting to deport illegals with their parents. Like, if they're here illegally, and if their parents are here illegally and they're legal, birthright citizenship, whatever.
Well, he said they can stay here with somebody who can take care of them. He's like, they're legal.
Have you seen the?
But you're separating families, Dag.
Have you seen the morons that are talking about how Melania wasn't a U.S. citizen when Barron was born? So Barron Trump is going to get he said undocumented illegals. Melania was here legally
on a visa.
They were on a visa. They were married. Like these people again. This is like
they went through the process. They actually
like left wing reporting. This is like left wing reporting. Oh, they're gonna deport Barron because Melania wasn't a U.S. citizen.
I had a funny run-in at the grocery store the other day. I was in line. The guy was wearing England all this England rugby gear. Looked like he just came from the gym, and some asshole just ran his cart into him. And then just kept going, didn't even say sorry. And he turns and looks at me, and he's like, he must have been mad at the election. I'm quite happy that Trump won. I was like, that's your icebreaker? I was like, anyway, fuck it, let's go in. So we had a chat. And he's like, yeah, they're taxing all the farmers and all the pubs in England. He's like, and I've got my citizenship here, and I paid the right way. I paid all this money to come here, and I did it legal. I think we should deport all these illegals. I'm like, dude, are you like my cousin from another from England? Dude, I can't. This dude was hilarious. I told him Happy Christmas and everything. It was awesome.
You do a good accent there.
My wife, I was telling my wife the story, and she's like, "You're such an old man. You just talk to people. Like you and guys just talk." I was like, "No, I'm just a dude." He was funny.
Yeah,
always-
every now and then you run into one of them that isn't that bad.
See, you could have had the there's those experiences that are like the good experiences. You're like random encounters that are like fun. You're like, yeah, that was fun.
Oh, dude, this guy is hilarious. He was like ripping on the Labor Party and the Tories.
But then you get interactions like I had. Like I went to the GameStop the other day. I was getting something or whatever, and then like there's just I'm just waiting in line, and then there's this like old man who's buying an Xbox Series S or whatever. He broke he broke his 1S, and he was like wanting to upgrade to a Series S or whatever. So they were having to do that whole process, and his this old man's wife was there with him, and she, like he's like hard of hearing, so they're having to like yell at him about like, you know, hey, are you sure you're okay with paying the upgrade fee and you know, all this kind of stuff. And he's like the wife is sitting there like talking to me about like, yeah, he likes these games. I don't know why the hell he likes these games. I ought to throw the damn thing out. Like he's just like she just.
It just sounds like a grandma.
But this guy was old. He plays. What does he play?
I don't know what he plays.
You would be surprised,
I didn't see
Dag.
a body thing. Like
I want to know what he's playing though. Out of
I
curiosity,
have my own headcanon now, where like Trey's just waiting in line behind this old guy. He's like, "Just fucking die already, boomer."
No,
Say that to me in Battlefield, you little bastard.
No,
I'll see you in Blood Gulch, mother.
Okay, like I was sympathetic to this boomer. Okay, I was actually sympathetic. He just looked like a old guy. He's he's tired. He's old. He just wants to play his video games. And his nagging wife is sitting right there bitching about everything.
Yeah, man, I feel it. Well, yeah, because he probably can't do anything else. You know, he's all he's old and shit. God, he'd love to go out and drink a beer and mow the lawn, but he can't do that anymore because he's too fucking old.
Did you ever see
It's literally like this guy's just like, oh, he's barely limping along. It's like, well, all he can do is probably play video games at this point. Like,
all right,
no, you
guys
watch
ever
Columbo
see
like
the,
a normal old man.
Did you guys ever see the old
Don't play
man
shuffleboard.
face thing, the bit that Bill Burr did?
Doesn't ring a bell, but it's possible. I've seen a lot of his stand-up.
I think
Oh,
I
you got
found
one
it.
here?
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I mentioned, I'm 41 years old. If I'm lucky, I realize I'm halfway through my shit right now, halfway through my life.
I think this is it.
So, getting
Bill
nervous.
Burr's funny. I like him.
Just
He
growing
used to
old,
be.
man. I was never really nervous about it until I got to this age. And
He's an insufferable
I
cut
went to
now.
my grandmother's 100-year birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
quickly
You're
realized
thinking of Michael Rappaport, are you? I think they
a
look the
lot
same.
better.
Rappaport's on
towards the
a
end.
redemption arc, actually.
Guys, we hang with them in the
Really?
beginning because we're young.
Yeah, it's
and then in
funny.
the middle, they're having kids, so we kind of pass them. But that end, that last third, we're like the stock market. We just go right down to the ground. It's brutal. Dude, even when they
Ah, shit. Let me see if I can find it.
go bang,
Probably like at the end of the day.
it's the ceiling, a couple, you stay in the relationship, right? You get married. 15 years later, you got a couple of kids, you got a little gut going, right? She starts in on you with that whole laundry list of stuff you got to do because you're married. Susie has ballet practice. It gets over it too. Make sure you're there at 2. You were there at 2 the other day, and she's very upset. No, you were. I actually documented the record on my Facebook page, and you want to give her an uppercut. No, it's a natural thought. But you don't. You never leave that one last time, right? Just to annoy you. Just picking on you.
I think
You
this is the
always
part I'm
named
thinking
you
of.
my mother, and I always presented you for her. Why couldn't you bet more like your brother, right? And you start, fuck this, I'm not listening to this, right? You go to get up. And that's when it hits you. That the day before was the last day you had the quad strength to get up and out of your favorite chair. And that's when the panic sets in. You're like, oh shit. Dude, I can't get up. Oh my God. I gotta listen to this for the rest of my life.
Oh god.
He was talking about where that old man face comes from. The one where they look like they're pilled out. And
You look terrified all the time.
Yeah, that was the whole premise of the bit.
Have you guys seen F is for Family? You guys watch that?
I watched the first season.
Oh, it's so fucking good. I'm Bill Burr and the guy, the bald guy who I can never remember his name. He's in it.
Same bald guy. You can't remember his name from earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Say it again. He said
Keckner.
Kreckner.
Keckner.
Keckner. Yeah, Keckner. He plays the big fat boss guy. Yeah. And the guy who played Chalky White. He was in it before he died.
R.I.P.
Yeah, man. Oh, he was such a good actor. Him and then Omar. Sorry, I talk about those two shows all the time. He's so good.
Oh, The Wire.
Yeah.
He was in The Wire. He was in.
Oh, is he talking about Lance? Lance?
No.
I don't know who did Chalky's voice.
It's like Michael or something. Michaels. I think Michael's in his name somewhere. I'm looking it up.
George Michaels.
No, not Lance Riddick. Not
Savola.
Yeah, not Savola.
This guy.
R.I.P. to him.
Oh, yeah.
I know that's not his name. I just looked at his picture. Which is like his scar is real. And watching The Wire, I was like, oh, they like make up the scar on him, but like it's actually his fucking scar.
Yeah.
Whoa. Who's? Never mind. Another memory unlocked. Anyway, weird tangent. I won't go on it. The fucking one dude in the picture, though, that guy reminded me of some other movie. Oh,
baller as fuck is Chalky White.
Man, for as much as I recommend this show, I don't remember half of it.
Boardwalk Empire?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good. That's one of those that I don't currently own it on DVD. Like I don't have the box set of it, and I keep feeling like I need to add that to my collection. Like that's I don't know why I never did. Like I watched it. Like
I'd nerd out a physical copy of that too.
I watched every season as it came out. Like whenever they would announce the new season was coming out, like I would be waiting to watch the episode when it came on. And I don't know why. Like Weeds and Dexter and a bunch of the others that I watched like that. Like I actually bought the seasons as they came out, but I never did with Boardwalk Empire, and I don't really
trying to think about that time period. That's another show I liked. Did you guys ever watch Deadwood?
No, I kind of wanted to go back and watch it though.
Yeah, I've been told that I would really like it, and I've watched like the first episode 2 or 3 times, and I'll watch it and then I won't ever continue with it, and a couple years later I'll be like, oh, maybe I should watch Deadwood, and I'll watch the first episode again, and then I'll never continue with it. Like one of these days I'm gonna get through it.
It's a good show, man. I always recommend it. I mean, I'm a mark for watching westerns, but also it has like one of the most hilarious racial slurs for Asians in it that they just throw around.
Touch the tar brush?
No, Celestials.
Celestials?
Yeah, that was an Old West term for a Chinaman.
Why do they call them that?
I don't know. They believe in astrology. Dude, it was the Old West. No one really knows anything.
What? Oh, I'm not. Calm down. I'm just curious.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know what? Now I want to know the etymology of the word.
Celestials.
Let's go. I need to know this etymology.
Asian slur. Well, I mean, we used to do a lot of bits about, informative educational pieces about racial slurs. So
fair enough.
Or you guys
we did a whole episode on racial slurs, as a matter of fact. Another
Celestial Empire.
It's not Old West, but it is like a cowboy is Justified, and that's another one of those that I've watched the first episode a few times, and like I would probably really like it. I just for some reason
like the first 3 or 4 seasons are really good, and then it just kind of like goes off the rails after that.
Yeah, that
plus like Walter Goggins was like one of those also villains where they're like, shit, we never mind. Okay.
We accidentally made the villain into the good guy, or the villain became more popular than.
Yeah, I won't say anymore. I don't want to spoil it if you do watch it.
Dude, the show came out like 10 years ago. If it hasn't been spoiled for me yet,
Deadwood's 20 years ago, bro.
Yeah,
right. Like
that's one of the first ones.
Whenever I talk about shit that came out, like before my kids were born, it's like if you haven't had it spoiled already, you've been living under a rock. And I'm sorry that I'm the reason that it got spoiled for you. But like, I don't know, fucking suck it up and deal with it. Either.
So I guess that's just what they used to call China, was a celestial empire.
Sounds pretty retarded.
Oh fuck! I missed.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.